Alrighty, this is part 3 of my All Dungeons tutorial. Last time we went through the movement for Forbidden Wood and some things to keep in mind as you do it. This one will be obtaining Nayru's Pearl all the way to entering DRI. I like to stop it before I start the next dungeon. I feel like keeping dungeons separate is a good thing to do, in my opinion. Just some general notes. I had some flag issues with Coral because of some cheating shenanigans I did with the gecko codes to make stuff faster on my end. However, it ended up backfiring. So some things are gonna happen or not happen in some other instances that should happen. It's a pretty bad way to explain it. But basically, anomalies are gonna appear that will not appear in your run, and I'll point them out when they happen. So yeah, let's get started. This segment's pretty much a chain of super swims from point A to point B. And our first pit stop is outset, so we're gonna head over there with a super swim. So we're gonna need to get storage. And the main way that we get storage here is through the use of Mr. Beetle. So let us reload the area so that he appears back over there. And similar to Forest Haven, like the swim from Windfall to Forest Haven, we also need double storage to skip that cutscene that would happen usually when you appear towards Windfall with the Endless Night. Actually, as you can notice, Endless Night is gone. That's because I've already been to Windfall and gotten, I already have all the pearls because I had to fix coral flags. So, in your run, Endless Night will still be happening, and it'll end after you get Nayru's Pearl. So, yeah. Just one of the anomalies. Another one, this guy shouldn't be moving. Yeah, just stupid things I couldn't figure out how to fix. So I just decided to cheat in the pearls so that Coral would let me sail in him. It was really annoying. Okay, yeah. So, main way to get storage, let's go like this. And I actually got it. Wow. But as you can probably notice, is that this is kind of different from other storage spots because Beetle kind of rocks back and forth. And that'd be kind of annoying because it's not a consistent Wind Waker dive height every single time, so it'd be kind of difficult to get the storage if you're just not comfortable with doing that. So either you deal with that, or another thing I can recommend is you get your storage real quick, is you can go up here. Well, just make sure you have your sword out. Regrab. Okay, don't do that. Regrab. Like that. Okay, so I'll explain what I did. Basically, you grab the ledge, or you can start up here anyways. Lol. Okay, so destroyed. Basically, you just want to regrab, and then you see you climb up like that. During that climbing animation, you can put a let go into a jump slash. So as you're climbing, press A, then immediately press B after, and you'll jump slash. And now you're in a position where, similar to on the chest in the boomerang room, you can place a bomb, pull the Wind Waker, and you'll do a Wind Waker dive. And that gives you a consistent Wind Waker dive height, so that you can just build that muscle memory and maybe make it a little easier on you at the cost of time and resources, because it costs a bomb every time you can do it. As I mentioned in the last segment, bombs are of concern, not only because we had to deal with Kalidimos, but also upcoming ahead, we have to break the cave for Nayru's Pearl. So if you are low on bombs at this point, you can buy bombs in here. So go ahead and do that if necessary. So yeah. Now we will head towards outset for our first stop, and you want to get double storage. So go ahead and get double storage. I'm gonna just give myself double storage because I'm trying. Oh god, okay. Let me get away from this because I'm trying to do this fast and just get the general point across. So before I head off, as you can probably see, the swim to Windfall, or not Windfall, outset is kind of a long one. Probably doable, or definitely doable if you have really good buffering, like when you let go at a proper frame, and also making sure you hold proper ESS, but it can be kind of tricky for someone maybe is not as familiar with the inner workings of a super swim. So we're going to introduce a little trend that's going to appear a lot throughout the run later. So basically later on we're going to have these really long swims in which we're going to need a refill point. And that's where reefs come in. And that'll become a pretty helpful friend. Because there's a little characteristic about reefs that provide a pretty good resource for refills, and I will show that right now. And luckily for us, there's a reef right here. So this is where we're heading. This is our pit stop right here. So let's head towards that. And up. Just make sure I'm heading the right way. So yeah, so what you're gonna want to do is head towards the inner entrance and then head towards the back left corner relative to the entrance. And then nudge yourself into the back corner, and as you can see, it is a quick and easy refill. Now what you can do is, if you think you don't have enough speed to make it even, then just get a little bit more, and then head on your merry way. Nice and easy. And that is the same for every single reef. So we're going to utilize that later with other reefs, and that reef again. It's just a fun little knick-knack. And just one thing to note here, this is going to be another anomaly that appears because of my flag issues that I had to fix. Usually when you come here, you'll have a similar situation as the forest, as with the Forest Haven Super Swim, where you will like get into the quadrant and then like teleport because of the double storage skipping the cutscene, and you'll like sploosh randomly in front of the island. That should happen here as well, but it doesn't because I've came here already and then flags messed up. So imagine, just imagine that you're over here. God, Jesus. Just get me out of here. Imagine for a second that I did this tutorial correctly, like I was supposed to. And you're like randomly somewhere over here in this general area. It'd be like somewhere in this general area. Now what you're going to want to do is, in this situation where you sploosh and have all air again, you're going to want to avoid as quickly as you can. And one way to do that is drown. That is definitely an option, but that takes like 30 seconds. Probably, maybe, I don't know exactly how long air meter lasts, but that's long. So, luckily for us, there's a convenient place to void out right behind the island. You might be asking, what is that? Well, you see, it is this whirlpool. Just go into the middle of it. You will void out. Ideally, you just want to go into it pretty fast. So as you can probably see, I had a little bit of issues getting in that hole. Ideally, you can just hole-in-one it and just easily just swim through it. I missed. Try not to do that. But I don't really want to do it again because that would take a lot of time. So now you will end up appearing at this spot, kind of. I want to bring up the sail. Let's head towards the oh my god, can I please? The whirlpool. What you're gonna try to do to like get there fast is like head towards the right a little bit, pull, jump, get some speed, wiggle the way back, kind of rinse and repeat. Sucks that the wind's against us in this situation. It's just, you know, unfortunate. What you're gonna want to do is try to get in a location. You want to enter. Basically, you want to enter the whirlpool as close to getting towards the door already, just to start immediately. Because if not, you have to wait a long time. Oh my god, Jesus Christ! Hello. You have to wait a long time as you swing around. So ideally, you'd probably not want to enter where I did. You can enter even later. So now we will begin. Make a save state real quick because I want to have this for later. We're gonna begin breaking the wall. It just takes bombs. This is what you're gonna want bombs for. It should ideally also only take 3 bombs, because you can hit each sweet spot with each individual bomb, and it'll break after 3 bombs, like so. I'm actually surprised that it's working like this. Because okay, that one just missed. Are you serious? I am so upset. That is the easiest one to hit. So as you can see, under like with good aim and practice, you can break all 3 parts of the door with this one bomb. I just had a really big choke on that last one. Usually I have the second one's my issue, and I was pretty shocked when I got it right there. Because fun fact, I've been recording this segment over and over again because I keep on messing up things, like when it comes to commentary that I wasn't really happy with. So I've been on this segment for like over a day, and I've been getting really tilted, especially because of the flag issues. So yeah, we have now entered the thing. I'm going to speed this cutscene up, and we now have Nayru's Pearl. So now when you're part of the run, Endless Night should end. You should still have Endless Night up to this point. Yeah, so once again, I apologize for the flag issues. Hopefully, I believe this is the only segment that should be affected by these issues. Once again, if there are more, I'll point them out as they happen. So now we have Nayru's Pearl. 2 of the 3 pearls. We're now going to want to head towards Dragon Roost Cavern. However, on the way, conveniently, as you can see, on the way from here all the way to Dragon Roost Cavern, which is like right here, I think, we have 2 conveniently placed pearl drop-off locations for the pearls that we already have. So why not drop them off on the way there? So first we will head to the closer one of the 2, starting off by getting storage here. Just imagine I got storage. You can also get storage on one of these boats. I forgot which one. Just a thing to note if you'd like to go there to be faster. Pretty sure you can find the storage spots in ZSR. So imagine I got storage from that ledge, and you can also just jump into the shore right there, but I like to get further away. Just give myself a little more leeway from not splooshing. And as per usual, I'll charge about, I don't know, like halfway. So usually I like to do for like these type of swims. As you can see, we're going here. This is a simple like 2 quadrant, like 1.5 quadrant swim. You can easily make that in one go. This is pretty much the same distance as here, and I make this one in one go. I can easily make this one in one go too, but like once again, sometimes maybe you don't know, you're not as comfortable with super swims, so you want to like make it a little more easier on yourself. Luckily, we kind of have a trifecta here. I never actually thought about this. I was gonna mention this reef. Actually, no, my bad. For some reason, my memory was telling me the reef was here. But yeah, we're gonna return to the reef trend. Luckily for us, there's a reef right here also. That for refill. So if you're not comfortable making the full distance, and you want to like maybe practice a little bit more before you do, you can hit this reef. The closest one, nice and easy. Same trend applies with the refill spot. I guess hypothetically, if you really wanted to, you can come back to this reef too, but it's farther away. So yeah, let's head towards that reef. I'll show it this way just so that the easiest way, so like you can see the easiest way. And luckily for us, the entrance is actually facing us already. Just enter. Hit the refill spot. Charge up a little bit more if you so please. Maybe you don't have enough speed. Maybe you're nervous about speed. Hit the spot one more time if you want to get air fully back again, and then head towards the island. Nice and simple. Check your map if you want to see if you're getting lost. I missed the island. That's crazy. Sick loop around. Alright. Okay. And now we will place the first pearl. Oh, I'm surprised the camera cooperated with that camera lock there. Or that target. So we now place the pearl we just obtained, Nayru's pearl. Pretty straightforward. And we will now head towards the next triangle island. Luckily for us, there's a storage spot right over here. On this ledge. Assuming you got storage there, we will now head towards this direction. This swim can kind of be annoying because of the sea hats. I'll show you in a second what could happen. Also, it's pretty much the same distance as the swim. There is a reef here, I believe, if you want to take a pit stop, but this one, even as a beginner, I felt way more comfortable with this one relative from here to here, so I usually just go for it all the way. Not a big deal, but worst case, there is a reef straight north of here, I believe. You can also try to get a refill on the island, but it's kind of finicky because it's not really guaranteed. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. But yeah, once you get enough air, you want to head towards the island. Sometimes when you hold the target and go for the swim, the sea hats can mess up you'll like lock onto one of the sea hats that'll mess up your angle. So should that happen, one thing I would recommend you doing is unpausing, let the camera lock shenanigans happen, and then immediately repause. See what direction you're going after the distance you've traveled has happened, and then readjust, and then head towards back to the island again. Basically, what to take away from that is that the sea hats will mess up your angle, and you just need to readjust. It can kind of catch you off guard the first time, just something to note. Similar thing happens in the 80% route when you do the swim from the bottom right all the way to FF2. The birds there mess up your camera sometimes. It's kind of... So yeah, we've now placed 2 of the 3 pearls. And we need to go get the 3rd pearl so that we can place it here. So the obvious next step is to head towards over there, Dragon Roost Island. This island is pretty much identical to the last one, so same storage spot. Wow, I actually got the storage. Wow. And then now this is the part where I mentioned on the left, the bottom left, an easier version of the route. There's one of two things we're doing. So basically, we're just trying to get to Dragoner's Cavern. And to do that, we have to get into the island, or like to the interior of the island. If you are familiar with the game, you'll know that when you first come there and you walk up like the path, you will be interrupted by a cutscene where you get the delivery bag. Well, first the cutscene, we talk with the bird, and then you go inside, there's another cutscene, pretty much. Back to back. It's really annoying and long. So we want to skip that cutscene. And there's two ways to do it. One involves a hover, the other one involves a chest storage method. The route in the paste bin goes ahead with the hover because it's faster, and you can also use that chest later for a return trip. Because we also need to do, we basically need to do it twice because we come back here twice and need to enter the island. So we need to skip the cutscene twice. However, if you want to skip the hover, you can go ahead and use that chest then, and then there's another chest I will show later on that you can use as a substitute, but that one's kind of more difficult. So yeah, first I will show the hover method, and then I will show the chest storage method. Just for the sake of showing both ways, maybe you'll like one more than the other. Who knows? Whatever works for you. So yeah, we're gonna be entering the zombie hover method first. So as you'll notice, I have full health. Maybe you won't when you get here. Maybe you will, I don't know. But you might be thinking, we need a damage down for the hover, don't we? That's kind of slow. We have bombs, we can do that easily, but you know, that's kind of slow. So first, okay, see that right there is a thing where something I locked onto messed me up, and it changed my camera angle. It's a good thing this happened, because this is what I was trying to explain earlier. Should that happen, let yourself go a little bit, pause immediately, see my angle was completely thrown off, just calm down and readjust it, and you're fine. I am at full health, and maybe you won't, maybe you will as well. But we need a damage down, and we need a quick way to do that. So one thing you can do is go against the island and damage down a lot. I'm going to not damage down all the way because my air is kind of low. I'm just going to get there. But basically, ideally, you damage down all the way to a quarter heart, and you come over here. Also, ideally, you probably can aim towards the back of the island just to make it faster for you. But whatever's comfortable for you works. Yeah, just do that. In worst case, if you don't want to do that, or you don't feel comfortable doing that, or you miss like I did, just damage all the bombs like that. Okay. So once you do that, you want to come to the back of the island. And we'll set up a zombie hover. So basically, we're trying to get up there so that we don't have to walk up there and go through all the cutscenes. So a good way to set this up is to kind of get in the lip right here. And then aim so that you're facing towards that. Because you're slashing to the bomb, your angle will be corrected a little bit to the right, so like aim a little bit to the left of where you want to go. Unless you let the bomb blow up naturally, then you'll just go straight back. So yeah. I'm going to make a safe state just in case I missed left off. That is definitely a thing that couldn't happen to me. I said I will make a safe state. Okay, apparently that button's not working. Okay, there you go. Wow! Crazy. Yeah, this relative to the leaf hover, this one could be considered kind of more difficult, I guess. Definitely a longer hover, and you kind of do have a time limit. So at least in the other one, you kind of ride against the wall, but this one you just have to get up. So yeah, this hover could be a little difficult. So yeah, you want to try to get high enough above the lip beforehand so that you don't land on it accidentally as you're rising. And then once you get above, you can heal. I mentioned this a long time ago, but I'm on Dolphin, so I can instantly activate the red ting like that. But if you're on console, there is a delay. So usually what you're going to want to do is like, let's say like we're here, not at the same height, of course, but like here in the hover, like relative towards the wall, like put like this distance from the wall. Maybe start it around here as you're coming towards the end goal, so that by the time you get here, you get healed. If you want to play it more safe, you can also ride against the wall and then start the heal. If you're scared about like starting the heal too early or something, yeah. So now we're up here. But as you can see, maybe you don't want to do that hover. Maybe that hover is too difficult for you. Maybe you're just not good at mashing it and you want to practice it more. There is an alternate thing you can do. And I will show that now. Let's assume we super swam over here and we're back here. We can do a chest storage method to get up there. You might be saying, what chest are we going to use? Well, I would say to you, this chest up here. It is a 200 rupee chest. So if you do this, also, you'll have a bunch of rupees early for potential mess ups for like magic and stuff. For like buying tingle stuff. So the way we knock it down is using boomerang. So you want to get pretty close, and then if you get close enough, you can barely hit the first bomb. Not too close. There you go. As I mentioned, usually people use this chest later. So we come back here again, prepping for Earth Temple. So ideally, you would use this later. Let's just assume for now that I'll discuss that later when we get to that point. Let's just assume for now you want to do it this way. I guess it's easy to mention that you need boomerang to do this. I guess hypothetically, if you do boomerang skip, you can go buy a Huey pair from Beetle and then use the bird to hit it. But I feel like if you're doing boomerang skip, you wouldn't be doing this anyways. So yeah, you're gonna want to store this chest. So we get chest storage. You can use this spot right here. You can also use the spot over there that we used initially. Or if you're really feeling feisty, you can use this method. But let's just say I stored it. Oh my god, really? Say I stored it. And now I have chest storage. So how do we get up? Well, magically with chest storage, we can now just climb rocks. Ain't that quacking crazy? Alrighty. Lucky for us. Oh, which direction is the wind? It's not towards us. So you could do something like that and then like leaf up. I guess that's not a good example. I wasn't really sure where the wind was going. Like something like that. Or if you don't want to do that, or like you're scared about magic or something, I don't know, you can do something like this. And then damage boost up. I did not do it correctly there, but if you time it right, it'll work. Maybe I'll try it one more time. Usually I do the leaf once. I'm not exactly the best at this. Okay, which isn't. You can do that basically, is what I'm trying to say. So then you get up here, and then if you walk into this little corner right here, kind of perpendicular to it, but like kind of walk into it, eventually you'll hit some collision where you can walk up on. And then eventually you'll get past the snag in the road, and you can just easily just walk. And then once you get up here, it's all fine and dandy. Make sure you don't fall down. That'd be kind of unfortunate. Do that all over again. So we're back to where the 2 points converge. So either you want to do the hover, or you want to do the chest storage. And later, when we get to the point where that chest will become a point of concern again, I'll mention what the backup is should you follow the chest storage route. So let's go inside. And once you're inside, you want to roll, let go of everything so that you grab the sledge fast. If you don't want to do that, I guess you can just also backwalk on the ledge, and then just fall down and hold forward so you roll forward, because there's a trigger for the cutscene, like somewhere that direction, and you don't want to hit it, so just make sure you head this way. Ah. I am dumb. I had a brain fart. I was like, wait, we don't have a bottle. How do we heal it? Oh god, this is... Okay. This is another bamboozle. The game thinks I cleared this temple already. However, I have not. So usually, when you are here, there will be wind blowing in different directions, and it'll be all crazy here. So we have a leaf, so we don't have to deal with those bomb shenanigans. We don't need a bottle to, like, resurrect those flowers. So what you're going to want to do is wait for the wind to be in your favor. Eventually, it'll be pushing this direction, and then you jump and leaf, and you'll easily make it across. Once again, I'm sorry about the flag problems. I did not know how to solve it. Maybe I'll go back and fix this thing. And then, usually, when you're here, there'll be lava here. And you want to break these things so they fall down. You can, at this point, do a cool little jump and then make it across. Or you can just leave across. Yeah, you can just leave across. You just have to break one. And then we're now in DRI. Wow. That'll be the end of this segment. I'll pick off next. I'll start up next with the entirety of Dragon Ooze Cavern. And yeah, as I mentioned in all the end of the other ones, if anything doesn't make sense, feel free to comment below, DM in Discord, join the Windmaker Discord, ask questions. Especially particular in this one because I messed up so bad with the flags that a lot of things happened that weren't supposed to happen. At some point I'll probably try to fix this, but yeah, it was really annoying to do this segment. Yeah, that is all. Thank you for watching.